guys, welcome to another day hiking destinations, and the day is finally here. Bags are packed, shoes are ready, all the kit's ready. It's 8:30, getting picked up in half hour over to Inverness. Pick my key up from the Caledonian Canal office, and then it's away I go for a 5-day hike from Inverness down to Fort William, following the Great Glen Way, past Loch Ness, Loch Hoyt, and the other one. I can't remember at the minute, it's too early. But yeah, nervous, excited, one of them. Looks like the rain might hold off for a day or two, but it's Scotland, so we can't guarantee anything. But yeah, time to get on the way. I shall get back in touch once I get to Inverness. Peace. Well, that's my key picked up. Officially on our way. Port there. Just heading up towards the first part of the canal. Supposed to head back over to the actual start point near the castle, but through what I've been seeing, it's not exactly pretty. The castle's closed off, so you can't get to that, and the actual start point's it's a big concrete slab, but it's laying down at the minute, so I'm going to follow up the canal and meet onto it further up the line. So hopefully this sky clears a bit and it warms up. Well, nearly to where we join onto the actual Great Glen Way. I'd say this is a better way than walking the official route and all. So through what I've seen on videos I've watched, there's nothing to see on that route, whereas this is a pretty cool little walk down the side of the canal. Fair few people about, a few joggers and that, some dog walkers. But yeah, I carried a weight for a while, but all good. First port of call, Drumner Drocken. Hopefully somewhere near there before I pitch tent. Yeah, peace out. The first official walk. Down here. Definitely see why this bit gets slated. Walking through a fucking housing estate. Not exactly the best scenery, but at least I'm doing it at the beginning where most people finish it. So yeah, not exactly any decent views to be getting any pics of yet. Yeah, wish I got almost a nice little woodland trail. Nice and flat now. It's a bit of a climb to get out of Inverness. So blowing out my ass for that one. Well, yeah, so far so good. I think there's a eco calf another 6 mile up this track. Let's stop off there and have a coffee and a bacon butty, bacon bun, whatever they call it up here. Yeah, all's good. Weather's quite nice, it's nice and cool, bit of a breeze, so keeping the midges at bay. Touch wood, stays that way. That's the last thing I want. Yeah. Any regrets so far? Maybe should have just took the risk with my trail runners, but I'd not bedded them in well enough, so it wasn't worth, after the mess that I got my sin in last time, well, how much I messed my feet up. I didn't want to risk doing that again, so I thought, stick to what I know, stick the hiking boots on. But yeah, Just tell I've got that extra weight on my feet and back. Definitely could have maybe done without 1 or 2 items, but it's not too heavy. It's well within what my body should be able to carry if you go off the body weight. So yeah, that was good. Nice and quiet. I've seen a few dog walkers so far. Apart from that, I think there was some walkers as we drove in, but they headed back towards the castle. So they're either well behind or a bit in front. Ooh, mushrooms. Yeah. Lovely and peaceful. Miles and miles of stone wall. God knows when it was built. I do love stuff like that. Oh, got another hiker up in front. So, shall catch up with you soon. Peace out. Well, those are my first hikers. 3 guys from, I would say, Germany, as a guess. Didn't really ask that, it was just more telling me what I've got to look forward to and not look forward to. I was just telling them that they're on the last 4 mile, so pretty much all downhill for them now. Not downhill in a bad way, but downhill as in walking. Yeah, they just said about this hell of a challenge just after jumping the Jocket, which that shouldn't be too bad because I've got a campsite, a wild campsite, just outside Drummond Jocket. Could get something to eat, and then the big hill climb. Should be fun. It's my levels of fitness are crap, but as I've always said, fitness is 90% in your mind. I break my body before I give up mentally. But yeah, this breeze is lovely. It's just so quiet. Not a single seagull. All quiet again now. Just checking through. Stopping for a quick bicky and a drink. Yeah, there's all these information boards. Oh, right, that way. And then post. So well signposted. You don't really need a map or sat nav. There's not a lot that you can't see. Yeah. Stop and have a penguin. Gotta be done. Peace. Well, cracking on. Not far now. I think I'm just near the edge of, or the beginning of Loch Ness. Just a bit further around this track, you can see we're beginning to hit into the glen. Yeah, blowing out my fucking ass, but it's all part of it. Feel it in. 7 miles in. So not doing bad. 3 hours. Yeah, not bad at all that. Yeah, quality. Straight down again. Oh God. looking at the map, it's welcome back. 10.5 miles in. Fucking road walking. Nothing worse. Yeah, legs are beginning to feel it a bit now. Another 5 mile to first rest stop, just outside Drumnadrocket. Yeah, all good fun. Back in another woodland section. I know there's a eco calf down here somewhere, if I remember rightly from what I've watched. It's just a couple that can totally live off grid in the middle of nowhere, but I think you can go in and got some benches outside we can sit and have something to eat. I think there is a bit of a campsite there as well, so I might check that out. Could do sitting down for half hour, give the legs a rest, get my feet out and let them breathe. But yeah, so far so good. There you go. There's a trail that leads up to the calf. Yeah, I'm going to pass. I'm going to carry on. Yeah, it's not far to where I need to be now. Another couple of miles. So crack on. Get to my first pitch for the night. Rain's just kicking in. Just see the nice peak up there. Whoa. I need to find a campsite. Alright, now I can say I've bagged another cane. I'm at my way down. Peace. Let me twat out. There she is. Look nice. Apparently there's a campsite just a bit. And yes, the flies are getting annoying. Yeah. Shouldn't have any flat spots here, otherwise I'll pitch my tent up. I'll have to crack on a little bit further. Away we go. Nice little seat. And do a nice little questionnaire on how you feel. I ain't got time for that. A little woodland walk, so hopefully there should be somewhere to camp. Done 15 miles, something like that. Beginning to fucking sting a bit now. But that's why we do it. push the body to extremes. So, we have arrived. Nice little bench, fire pit. No, I'm using that. Oh, and then just gonna nice flat spot there. Exactly what I seen in the video, so I know exactly where to fucking pitch up. Yeah, better crack on and get me home for the night. And there we go, that's home for the night. Let's wait for that mat to inflate. While that's doing that, go get my grill out and maybe send some dinner. One thing I am going to do, since I don't have kettle boilers on a fire, is these little beasties. Come out. There we go. Let's back it up. That'll stop the flies and midges. Slow burning, hardly any heat, tiny bit of ash. So I'm not liable to set fire to anything. Okay, time to make some dinner. And there we go. That's my accommodation side. Well, the smoker's going. Keep the smidges away. But yeah, I've got the OEX Fox 2 tent, the OEX Traverse 2.5 sleeping mat, and the OEX EV200 sleeping bag. Not a sponsored video, although I wish it was. So, you know, if anybody at OEX, you know, spots this video once it goes on YouTube, fancies sending me any kit, more than obliged. I've also got the Fox 3 tent, which I will be using soon, but it's just a bit big for this journey. But when me and my lad go out, that'll be the one. Right, time to get cooking.